You were recently featured on Ace Alliance 2026 iGaming Trendbook, and I think you were telling a lot of cool stuff over there about technology and player experience. But what I'm curious today is that if you want to highlight one thing this year that really excites you personally in iGaming, what would it be?
Definitely, it's a user personalization and contextualization. So what do I mean by that? Well, first and foremost, if we're looking into different companies and how they approach players, how they approach user experience, definitely the user personalization is the way to go. Why? Because it directly contributes and is definitely related to the margins that you take from your player. It definitely contributes to the overall perception of your product. Because if you don't have this kind of user personalization, if you don't have the infrastructure, if you don't have UX, if you don't have UI for your player, and if you don't give the power to your player, and if you don't give the possibility for your player to, let's say, intervene in your matches, and if you don't have understanding of how, for example, I can approach this specific player, then definitely you're not gonna make it. And user personalization is a way to go. And specifically for Betinvest, it was also very important because we had talks not only with different kinds of operators and platforms, but we also had very fruitful talks with our direct competitors. And we ended up with very interesting, let's say, solutions, how together we could create the ecosystem which would benefit all players on the market. Yeah, this is the most important part.
Dmytro, we just stepped into the new year, so I'm just wondering what iGaming community can expect from Betinvest this year. Do you have any news or updates that you can share with us?
Yeah, of course. So the most important thing that we did throughout the last year, leaving only those tools and those products which performed the most. So the most important thing was definitely live engagement tools and live tooling in general, because it gives power to your user. It gives the most satisfaction to them. Secondly, another important thing that we did was to communicate through everything with our partners in order to understand what they're looking for in B2B vendors. And you have to be fast. You have to scale everything fast. And as we have our slogan, win the win it, win the market, which basically means that you have to make everything fast. You have to be the fastest to adapt. And if you need to build something from scratch, no matter if we're talking about data or odds, you have to do it fast and it needs to be reliable. And the third most important thing that stands out is that if we're talking about partners in general, the most important thing is to have personal connections with each and every partner. You have to understand your partner's psychology. If your partner is looking for something specific, you need to give him something specific.
Dmytro, thank you so much for all the insights, and I wish you a great rest of the show.
It was a pleasure for me talking to you, and have a lovely day.
Thanks so much. Everyone, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more updates from us here in Barcelona.